Today we're heading to Rogue Planets, Lonely Worlds Without a Star, and in the second half of the video, two more very unusual planets await. And the first stop on our journey will be the rogue planet WISE 0855-0714. This is one of the coldest known objects, a rogue planet with a temperature of about minus 50 degrees Celsius, located approximately 7.4 light years away from us. This is how the planet looks. It's not illuminated at all, but to see this object, I just need to use the SpaceEngine tools to increase the ambient lighting, and this way we'll be able to examine these planets. So this is basically how this WISE looks. The planetarium states that its average temperature is minus 25 degrees Celsius, which is warmer than what I read to you before. The planet was discovered in 2014. The diameter is 151,504 kilometers, and the mass is 6 Jupiter masses. Now we are heading to the next rogue planet. This is WISE 0350-5658. It's a cold brown dwarf, a lonely object in space with a temperature of about minus 30 degrees Celsius, located approximately 30 light years from Earth, and well, you can see how it looks. What you see here is with ambient lighting. If we use realistic lighting without ambient light, the entire scene appears quite dim, and hardly anything remains visible. We can only barely catch a faint glimpse of the auroras. Let me switch to the automatic photo mode. Oh, and this way the auroras are much clearer. The simulator indicates that the temperature here is actually positive 51 degrees Celsius. Strange. Why do the data points differ? Oh well, its diameter is 144,649 kilometers and its mass is 10.5 Jupiter masses. The simulator also says that this is a brown dwarf, not a rogue planet. And it turns out there are 6 planets in its orbit. Let's fly to the first planet. This is a rocky world with a thin atmosphere. There's nothing interesting here. Minus 220 degrees Celsius. I'll switch to automatic photo mode. The planet looks like this, and if I completely remove the ambient lighting, the planet isn't illuminated at all. Only its auroras are visible. And why aren't they illuminated? It's because the brown dwarf is very cold. Now let's fly to the second planet. This is a cryogenic mini Neptune. Such a cold world with a temperature of minus 242 degrees Celsius. Just a gas world, nothing special. The third planet in the system is a cryogenic mini Jupiter. Well, this planet is larger than the previous ones, and it has its own ring system that isn't illuminated at all. Moving on, the next planet is another cryogenic mini Neptune. It's also extremely cold, with a system of thin rings as we can see, and vibrant auroras at the poles. The next planet is already rocky. There's no atmosphere here, and it's very cold, as we've come to expect in this system. And the last planet in the system. Here's another cryogenic mini Neptune. It has its own ring system and auroras. By the way, it has 3 large moons, and there's a moon with a diameter of as much as 3,000 kilometers. There it is, so big. It has a thin atmosphere, and it's very cold, obviously. Now the next rogue planet is PSOJ 318.5-22. Nice tick. This is a relatively young rogue planet with a mass very close to that of Jupiter, located approximately 80 light years away from our own solar system. And actually we can see its bright light, and this is how the planet looks. I think we can turn off the background lighting here completely. The planet is already glowing on its own. Its temperature is 886 degrees Celsius. It was discovered in 2018. The diameter is 211,175 kilometers. But for some reason, the planetarium says the mass is 7 Jupiters, though I told you before the mass was 1 Jupiter mass. I don't know who to believe, let me know in the comments. I'll switch to HDR mode. And this is how the stunning planet looks in this mode. Now, the next rogue planet is officially known as SIMP J01 3656.5 plus 0 93347. That's quite a name it has. This is a fast-rotating lonely world with powerful magnetic storms located about 20 light years from Earth. And well, this is how it looks. It glows dimly like this. If you switch to automatic mode, the brightness is much better. The temperature is 824 degrees Celsius. The diameter is 126,515 kilometers. It's listed as a brown dwarf, and the mass here is 29.5 Jupiter masses. It has 7 planets, and the first planet is quite large, over 11,000 kilometers. As you can see, it's not lit, so I'll have to use the background lighting again, and we see this rocky world with a temperature of minus 218 degrees. Even the closest planet is very cold. Thin atmosphere, basically nothing special. The second planet in the system is a cryogenic mini Jupiter. This is how it looks. It has 1 large moon, 4,420 kilometers. The third planet in this system is a cryogenic mini Jupiter. This is what it looks like. Nothing special here either, let's move on. The fourth planet in the system is also a cryogenic mini Jupiter with small rings. Moving on to the next planet. This one is also a cryogenic mini Jupiter. It's all gas giants, only the first one was rocky. Let's see what's next. Next is another cryogenic mini Jupiter. Well, at least the visuals are a bit different here. And the last planet in the system is another cryogenic one, but this time a mini Neptune, and it has these blue shades. Let's head to the next rogue planet, OTS-44. This is a very young rogue planet with a mass of about 12 Jupiters, located about 550 light-years away from us. Let's switch over to HDR mode now. Oh, in HDR we notice that there are some prominent rings or a protoplanetary disk surrounding this planet. Well, it is something like that, and they appear to be quite massive. I'll try to increase the exposure slightly. This looks great now, and we can see the details of this protoplanetary disk. I'll even show it to you from this angle of view. It looks really wonderful. The planetarium says its average temperature is almost 2000 degrees. The mass is 12 Jupiters. Yes, that matches what I told you. Diameter is 318,161 kilometers, and it was discovered in the year 2014. Another rogue planet named CFBDSIR 2149-0403. This is a cold rogue planet with a mass close to Jupiter, located about 100 light-years from Earth. We can see that this planet is not illuminated at all. I'm using the background lighting again. It has these purple colors. It's listed as a brown dwarf. Diameter is 126,060 kilometers. Mass is 6 times that of Jupiter. Although the info says the mass is close to Jupiter, the planetarium shows different parameters here for some reason. The temperature is 426 degrees Celsius, and it's noted that it has 5 objects in orbit, 5 planets. Well, let's take a quick look at them. The first one is rocky, and it looks different from both sides. Wow, a 2-colored planet like that, interesting. Second planet in the system, a cryogenic mini-Jupiter, a gas object I see. The third planet is rocky. What do we have here? Well, here the surface color is the same all over. The next planet, oh, this one's more interesting. It's all yellow like that. This planet has 3 moons, and we can see all 3 of them here. And the last planet here, another rocky one. And it seems everything is the same as on the previous planet. I even see a thin ring system and small moons. There are other rogue planets, but unfortunately they aren't in this planetarium. And now for the second part of the video, where I'll show you 2 very interesting planets. Briefly about this planet. It's located in such a beautiful nebula, just incredibly beautiful. This is a warm lacustrine subterra with a temperature of 105 degrees Celsius, average. But guys, let me do this. I'll use the background lighting again, and now I'll show you the dark side of this planet. This planet is special because it's tidally locked to its star, and the day side gets a lot of light constantly, and it's very hot there. But on the dark side of the planet, where we have better conditions, here we even have liquid bodies of water. And this, guys, is liquid water. As for the main specs, its diameter is 16,443 kilometers and mass is 2.5 Earth masses. Now, for example, let me show you the temperature difference. I'm descending right to the equator of the illuminated side, and the temperature in this spot is 256 degrees Celsius. On this side of the planet, there's this vast and desolate desert surface, this yellow atmosphere, and wispy white clouds drifting above. If we look at what's shining here, we have this brilliant glowing star illuminating us. It's an orange dwarf, and there's one more mysterious object. I'll show it to you later, just to keep the suspense. Now I'll descend into this dark part right by the water, and what is interesting to note is that on its dark side the temperature is only 22 degrees Celsius, so the conditions are actually quite good. But the planet has 74 atmospheres of pressure, which is quite high. And what a beautiful view of the nebula from here. Well, let me set the light to realistic. I'll turn off the background lighting completely, and so we see such wonderful beauty in the sky from this planet. This planet doesn't have any moons, so we can only observe this beautiful nebula. And now I'll show you what this object near the star is, the one I intrigued you with. It's a black hole. Actually, this is how it looks. It has a blue accretion disk like this. The mass of this black hole is almost 6 solar masses, and the diameter is 35 kilometers. I'll switch to automatic photo mode. Wow, it looks so cool. Here we have real-time mode. This accretion disk is rotating very quickly, and this view is just wonderful. Wouldn't you agree, guys? I've positioned this black hole right in front of the star. Look at how it distorted the view of the star. Wow. And if we use automatic mode, this is how it all looks. Unusual? Let's fly to the next interesting planet now. Here's an interesting planet. Here we have a hot lacustrine superterra with life, organic multicellular marine and terrestrial life. Just look at its appearance. It looks like there are green bodies of water on it and a desert surface. But it's a deceptive sight from space. But the average temperature is 229 degrees Celsius and atmospheric pressure is 67 atmospheres. Not great, to be honest, yeah. The atmosphere consists of nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor. Just perfect. And I'm descending to the surface. I landed in a random spot and it's just pure desert here. I'll look for where the life is. And here's the life. It wasn't far away. This is what it looks like here. And this is what the surface of this planet is like. Let's look at the sky. We see a star like this. We're illuminated by a yellow dwarf, the same type of star as our sun. The planet has a diameter of 16,868 kilometers, making it 32% larger than Earth. And in terms of mass, it's more than twice as massive as Earth. I've landed near the coast on this planet. By the way, the temperature here is 229 degrees Celsius. But the water doesn't boil because the pressure here is so high. But how can this life exist here? Look at how it looks here. Wow. Well, you see, some life was able to adapt to these conditions here. I'm currently on the dark side of this planet, and we can clearly see it has a very large moon. This moon is quite massive, measuring 6,309 kilometers and is 85,208 kilometers away. I won't leave you without a beautiful sunset on this journey. It's just about to happen on this planet, and as it does, I'll say that this was our wonderful journey together today. We saw rogue planets and visited 2 more unusual worlds. If you liked it, please support the video with a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much.